Hello everybody, nice to see you guys. All right, so hello to Paula, hello to Anastasia, Big Cleo, Patricia, Jasmine, my beautiful Lilith. Is Juanson here? Not seeing Juanson yet, so I'm going to keep it as is. Nice to see you guys. I'm going to start this off over here with our beautiful Paula. I hope that everybody is doing absolutely great, and let's go for it. A general reading, anything you need to know. Let's start off with that. Let's go over here. Hello, Lilith. How are you doing, sweetie? All right, let's go and find out. Yes, yes, and yes. Hello, Paula. So, a general reading, anything that you need to know. Let's go and find out. I'm going to have to say over here, 8 of Pentacles, followed on out by our Ace of Swords, also getting our Judgment and our Hierophant. You know what? Well, okay. I still have, like, my nose is completely congested. I'm still coughing and everything, but I am feeling so much better. I am. Honestly, Lola, since last night, I don't know what the heck happened. I was going to do a healing spell onto myself because I thought I need to get rid of it, honestly. And I thought, nah, I'm just going to kind of let it go. And yesterday before the live, when I was doing IG's private, I don't know, for some reason, everything just kind of disappeared. So I'm going to thank the gods. But thank you, my beautiful Lilith. So I'm going to say over here today, tu es très fatigué, but good, right? Me too. I ended up watching after live. I did my spells and I ended up on like Facebook and I ended up watching a bunch of reels and I couldn't get out of it, honestly, until my phone said, that's it, I'm shutting down because I have no more battery. And I thought, oh, it's 2 a.m. I might as well go to bed, right? Yeah, I know, honestly. So let's go and see. I still can't laugh though, honestly, Lilith. I have to try not to laugh because when I laugh, I sound like, I sound bad. So, Paula, let's go say hello, my beautiful Anastasia. I am going to say over here, all together, what do you need to know? Not too much, my sweetie. What you know already is pretty much what is coming on up into the cards. It is really about a lack of action over here. It is about success. It is about success and work, no doubt about it. It's about changes. It's about decisions. But that's what you've really got to do, right? Hello, Anastasia, sweetie. Good morning to you, my beautiful. So I'm going to say over here, this is truly about decisions. And you do need to make some decisions because I know that you're going to say you already made your decision, but you still do need to make some decisions because ultimately you've made a decision, but it's a little bit of a temporary decision. It's a little bit like a Band-Aid of what you put on over here, Paula. So you need to look at the long term. You need to look, if she reaches out to you, what are you going to do? You need to look at all the different options, A, B, and C. Make yourself a plan for me, please, my beautiful Paula. What are you going to do if she reaches out to you? What do you do if she's not going to reach out to you? And, okay, put A and B. That's it. That's all you need. If she reaches out and if she doesn't, what are you going to do? What do you want to do? And then try to follow out with that plan, sweetie. So all together, I'm going to say over here, there's a loss, there's a struggle, there's some hardship, there's a lot of questioning with no real answers because she doesn't have any to give right now. She's still a little bit at a loss. So how's ex-girlfriend feeling today? And did she walk away and has nothing to do with you after blocking you, right? Oh, I'm sure it's a no, but let's go and see. So how's ex-girlfriend Leo feeling today? Let's start off with that. Anastasia, Big Cleo, you guys are up next. And how are you doing, my beautiful Patricia? I'm going to say over here, you know what? All together, my sweetie, I'm going to have to say over here that all together, beautiful. How is she feeling today? She's still holding on to you. She's telling you that she doesn't want to be with you. She's telling you that she doesn't want to be with you. She doesn't want to be your friend because ultimately she is really, really afraid over here of any kind of judgment, but she does want to be with you and she is ultimately holding on to you, sweetie. So I'm going to say as of today, is she feeling okay? I'm going to say yes. She's not ecstatic, but she's not sad. She's okay. And did she walk away and it has nothing to do with you? Absolutely not. She's still holding on to you, sweetie, even though she has blocked you. And my beautiful Anastasia, love notes. Absolutely. Oh, Paula, I'm not saying she did not block you. I'm saying she's still holding on to you. There's a difference. She is still holding on to you. She is not letting you go, sweetie. And that is what I'm saying into all of this. Oh, it's confusing as hell because she says one thing and Spirit says another thing. What does your heart say, right? But it doesn't really matter what I say, and it doesn't really matter what she says. What do you want, Paula? Do you want to be with her or not? If you don't, end of story. If you do, let's continue the story. Anastasia, love notes. You're the first one I want to talk to about my day. I cannot stay away from you any longer. I can see us taking those long road trips and going on to those beautiful epic holidays. Also seeing when things get hard, I really just think about falling into your arms. The sun shines brighter when I suddenly remember something that you said to me. Honestly, this has got to be one of my favorite decks. It is so darn cute. Let's continue on with this one. So we are with our beautiful Anastasia. Big Cleo, are you somewhere around? Just let me know if you're around or if we need to leave you a timestamp, okay? Oh, you did. You wrote timestamp. Okay, we'll leave you a timestamp. I want you to know that you mean absolutely everything to me. I want to be able to provide to you. She's a little bit weird, but you know what? We're all weird. Seriously, Paula. We all have a weirdness about us. I believe that every single person is somewhat weird to another person. It's really a question of, can you agreeably decide to live with the weirdness of the other person? If the question is yes, then you're meant to be together and you form a couple. And if it's no, because they just, their weirdness annoys you, then it's a no. But we're all a little bit weird to everybody. I swear I must be weird to all my neighbors, and I think they're weird as hell. So I'm going to have to say it's really a question of who you're able and wanting to get along with. But anybody can call themselves weird. I love how supportive you are of me. I want you to know that I do get so very excited when I do see you. Thank you, my beautiful Lois. Thank you, my sweetie. I had no idea about that. Thank you, beautiful. And it's true, Paula. I truly do believe that we need to, into this world, we need to agree the people that we are willing to be weird with. And that's pretty much what it is. And that's it. Weird is good. I love weird. I've always strived to be different than others. When I was in school, high school, or college, it didn't matter where I was. I wanted to do something different because I did not necessarily want to fit in. And if I felt like I was doing something different, I felt as though I was not following the other people, and I felt like that was absolutely perfect. And I kind of feel like that's what the way, the world goes. If you stand out, that's where you go and succeed. That's where you stand out and people notice you. If you fit in with everybody, then you're just like everybody else. All right, enough babble from me, sweetie. Let's continue over here. You have no words, right? I'm going to stop babbling, Paula. I am. It means so much to me that you do believe in me, my beautiful. And with you, I want you to know that I am so very relaxed. Honestly, me getting rid of my cold and just, being able to talk more is just a crazy thing. Not sure it's good for you guys. I just babble on over and over and over. Okay, let's continue over here, my beautiful. Fitting in is boring. I know, love. That's what I've always thought about the whole thing altogether. Fitting in is not an exciting thing altogether. And I still believe it all the way to today. And my kids, they're absolutely crazy. They're not crazy, but they're the same way, honestly. My little girl of 6 years old prefers to wear 2 different socks who do not match because that's the way she wants them to be. She doesn't want to be with the other people. She doesn't want to have 2 friggin' matching socks. It kind of drives me crazy once in a while, but she's exactly as I am. I guess that's why. So you're going to hang out with new people and be friends with them, and you're definitely not looking for a relationship with anyone. Okay, perfect. Then let's forget about her altogether, my beautiful. I spend a lot of time, Anastasia, thinking about you and wishing that things were different. Let's continue over here. Hold on. Please do deliver me from that temptation. Come and see me. I have not given up onto this relationship. I hope you have not given up on us neither. I must admit, I am so longing for your touch. I am longing for your embrace, my beautiful. And I struggle with expressing it. It really just does not come easy for me. I kind of need your help into this. I really was just not ready for this type of relationship. I need you to help me. Honestly, what I keep seeing over here is we need help. We need assistance, sweetie. We need you to reach out. I don't know if you're ready to reach on out, my beautiful Anastasia. If you're not, it's okay. Keep on doing what you're doing, my beautiful, because he loves you and he cares for you. But he would love for you to reach on out. Let's go and continue over here. So I'm going to take one last deck out. I'm going to move on over to Big Cleo. So here we go. I love looking good for you. I am always missing you. I love how you make me smile an awful lot. I love this one. I want to leave marks on you, right? Could we get anything better than I want to leave marks on you? Seriously. All right, my beautiful Anastasia, I'm sending you so much love, my beautiful soul. Let's go and see over here, Big Cleo. You sent him a message. No way! Seriously? Oh, poop on him is what I have to say. Honestly, he did? Maybe he didn't know what to say. Let me go see Anastasia. Maybe he didn't know what to say to that. Let me pull out some cards. I'm very intrigued now, Anastasia. Honestly, you've picked... In French, I would say, tu as piqué ma curiosité. So I must absolutely go and see what the heck is going on. So you sent him a message, and he absolutely ignored you, right? Yeah. I kind of feel like he didn't really quite know what to respond here, sweetie. He didn't know really what was best or not. So for the moment, he's kind of hoping that you are going to continue talking to him, and you're going to want to continue to be with him. But I just kind of feel like he's not quite, he's ready, but he's not all quite that ready, I guess. Honestly, he ignored you. My dear gosh. He still wants you. He does, sweetie. And you sent him an article he wanted you to write. I know, but you didn't send him his love, sweetie. Sweetie, Anastasia, you did not send him anything about love. He wants you to send love. He wants you to send him emotions and feelings. He doesn't want you to send him an article, sweetie. He wants love. He wants you to know that you're interested in him. Beautiful, Anastasia. You need to get your homework done, my beautiful. I'm going to go and see Big Cleo. Yeah, thank you, my beautiful Anastasia. Big Cleo, Zed said that we could date at D promise to see you tomorrow, to hang out and chill. We'll really meet out tomorrow. Okay, let's go and leave a timestamp for beautiful Big Cleo at 13 minutes, please. Let's go and see what her answer is. It could be, my beautiful, but you know what? I'm still going to have to say, maybe if you sent out some kind of love message, it's going to be different than the text. That's a little bit more direct, not quite the same thing. So let's go see Big Cleo. Zed said that, yeah, that you guys could date and promise to see you tomorrow. Are you guys going to see each other tomorrow? Okay. Are you ready for my answer, Anastasia? Are you? 1, 2, 3. I didn't want to drop it. It's a yes. Yes, yes, and yes. So it's a yes for you, sweetie. Are you really going to meet tomorrow? It's a yes. Well, let me go and validate with our cards. Not with our cards, but with our pendulum. So I want to know, for Big Cleo, Z said that they could meet tomorrow to hang out and chill. Is this really going to be happening? Yes, yes, and yes. I'm loving. And since we're with the pendulum, let's just check it out right away. Since now Z said that you could date, yay! Are you going to reconcile as a couple now? And does he love you or have feelings for you? Let's go see. So I want to know, does Z have feelings for Big Cleo? And that is a yes. Does Z love Big Cleo? Yes. Does Z have feelings for Big Cleo? Also yes. Does Z want to reconcile with Big Cleo? Yes. When will the reconciliation happen? Please do let me know, Spirit. I'm getting over here somewhere around the 3rd week of August. Yes, yes, and yes. I'm loving. Perfect. Let's go and validate with our cards. Yes, this is just so absolutely divinely lovely. All right, here we go. So we want to know, Z said that you guys could date. Are you going to reconcile as a couple now? Is that a yes or is that a no? That is going to be a definite yes. Now, does he love you? Absolutely he does, sweetie. Or does he have feelings? Absolutely also. As for the reconciliation, as for the couple, you're going to have to wait about 2-3 weeks, sweetie. And then what are you getting? That beautiful manifestation. So it's a definite yes. If the energy stays as it is, in approximately 30 weeks, you're going to having that couple again, Big Cleo. Patricia, my beautiful. Now you have a channeled message from A. All of his sexual energy is making you physically miss him, right? He must be feeling this too. Why can't he visit? Let's go and see. So let's put a timestamp over here for Patricia at 16 minutes. 16 minutes for Patricia. And let's go over here. So, a channeled message from A. What is going on? All his sexual energy is just kind of making you crazy, right? I am getting over here that we're wanting celebrations. We're wanting friendships, but we're wanting celebrations. We're wanting to be together. We're wanting happiness. We're wanting joy. From what I can see over here into the messages that I'm getting, my beautiful, is that, you know what? We are very, very self-centered right now. We're thinking about ourselves. As we're thinking about ourselves, we're thinking about you sexually. This is why you're getting these vibes. You're getting these energies. I feel as though we're thinking and we're looking through pictures and imagery, and just our mind is doing so much of a great deal. I feel as though, yes, we would like to visit you, absolutely, but I don't feel as though it is necessary at this moment, and I don't feel like it's really into his master career plans at this moment. I don't feel like it is there onto his list. So I'm going to say over here, my beautiful Patricia, I don't believe that he can visit you right now. I don't believe that it's really into his plans, and this is why he's not really coming on forward. I would love for him, though, whenever he does have this sexual energy, to just kind of reach out to you. You guys could play together. It would be great. But I know that he's not going to do it. So ultimately, I'm going to say ultimately he's not going to do it, because he truly does believe that if he does reach on out and he does give you all this beautiful sexual energy, that you're going to believe that maybe it's always going to be there, or you can always tap into it. And he doesn't really want to get somewhat of a regular type of a sexual activity. He's feeling it right here, right now. He feels like it is strong. He would like to be close to you. I would still love for him to let you know, but honestly, what he wants you to know over here is that he does miss you. He does think about you. He is very sexual about you today, but he cannot see you right now because it's just not into his career path. And you know how his career is important. This is why he cannot come by and see you right now, my beautiful. But he does want you to know that he is thinking about you, and that he does ultimately, truly, truly do love you. Thank you, my beautiful Lilith. Let me go and get a couple messages extra out for you, Patricia. Jasmine, you're going to be the next one up. All right. I know that there's a way that we can be together, and we can find that way also together. When you tell me that you're having a bad day, I wish that I could really just kind of fix things up for you. Striving for you makes me feel more alive. I listen to your voice over and over and over into my mind. All the heartache is worth it when I hear your voice. And let's go take another one over here. Let's go with this one over here. Be kind and gentle in actions and words, because we both do deserve it. I have something to say to you, but I'm just really not quite ready to say it at this moment. I also want you to know over here that our bond is divine, and it is absolutely unbreakable. Don't leave, please. I know that my actions disappoint you. I am really ready to make amends. We must talk, because communication can fade, but it cannot stop what is between us. And we are twin flames. Our divine union is meant to be. My beautiful Patricia, sending you so much love, sweetie. Let's go and see over here for our dear friend, Jasmine. Let's do this and that, and let's go see Jasmine. Okay. Let's go and see. All right. Ultimately, I do feel as though he was planning on going on by. It was not a lie what he did tell you. I do feel as though he has other plans on leaving, on going to do something, and this is why he has not really stopped on by. Did he have an earlier class? I'm going to have to say no, sweetie. I just feel as though he had more to do than what he expected and was simply not able to find that time to go. Ultimately over here, I'm going to have to say, I do believe that you're going to be seeing him next week, sweetie. I'm going to say on Monday or Tuesday. A general reading. What are we getting? All right, so as for the general read, I'm going to have to say altogether, I feel as though into the following week, it is going to be a week that is somewhat stable, nothing much really happening altogether over here. I feel like you're working onto yourself. I feel like you're still juggling with the idea, do I reach out, do I not, do I reach out, do I not, what do I really kind of do? But I still feel as though your king over here, which you know who this is still in reverse position, not really interested into a relationship right now. So I still see as though you're working onto yourself, but nothing in particular happening this week. Beautiful. And as for your cousins, you say you learned that one of your cousins is getting married, right? Are you going to be able to overcome this? And will you find someone, not please anybody else, but someone for you as you continue to do your self-healing with work and yoga? Honestly, over here, you have to love yourself. You have to believe into yourself before finding love and before letting love come on into your life. Are you going to find somebody? Ultimately, you will be finding somebody. I just kind of feel like sometimes we kind of reach out for the people that we think are closest to us, that could be good for us, who might be living even the same type of situations as us, but it's not really the case. I honestly don't really feel anybody coming into your life until next year, sweetie. So I'm going to say somewhere into the beginning of next year is where I do see that somebody is going to be coming on in. Other than that, I just kind of feel like the relationship that you have right now is more of a friendship type of relationship. And I don't feel like it's necessary for you to feel bad for anything. It doesn't matter if somebody's getting married before you or whatever. It doesn't mean anything whatsoever. Hello, Juanson. Nice to see you, sweetie. Let's go and do you over here, Juanson, since you are here and you have arrived. So, I did see that you put out a new song. I did. And it was light. Oh my gosh. Okay, that is all good. When are you going to be stationed with Elizabeth is what I'm wondering. let's go and do a general reading over here, sweetie. A general reading for Juanson. Maybe we will be Juanson. I don't know. It's kind of slow tonight, guy. I don't know. That's what we're wondering, Zach. Honestly, I'm going to end up leaving otherwise. So I'm going to do you at this moment, Juanson. I'm going to go undo Paula, and then I guess we'll just kind of decide, right? So I'm going to say over here all together. You know, we have crazy nights, and then we have slower nights. I kind of feel like this is what it is, right? So hold on here just one moment, and let me just go see. Juanson, what I do have to say over here is ultimately that, you know what? I feel like things are fairly stable. Things are fairly good. I'm going to say over here, you don't necessarily have any new beginnings. You don't really have any transitions right now, but you do have beautiful manifestations. And I do believe that these beautiful manifestations are going to bring some good things towards you. I know, really, right, Lilith? I'm going to have to say over here, the Four of Wands. Don't fall asleep, sweetie. The Four of Wands over here is telling me that there's nothing really to be excited about anything right now. It is just about being relaxed. It is about being good. It's about being happy. So I'm ultimately going to have to say, for the moment, let's enjoy, relax. Let's enjoy no foxes. Let's enjoy nothing of the such, because we don't like those. Let me go and see over here. Hold on. I'm getting some soulmate. I'm going to do some Avalon. I didn't do Avalon last night. Hello to Jody. Nice to see you, beautiful. Please do post your question, Jody. Please do go for it, sweetie. That's it, right? All right, what I'm getting over here is I am getting some love into the smack middle of your reading altogether. Along with the love, I am seeing over here that there are a lot of beautiful feelings. There's a lot of beautiful emotions. Along with these emotions, we do want you to know that there is over here some jealousy that is surrounding this relationship altogether. Within this relationship, within this jealousy altogether, I do feel as though, you know what, love is the main card that I'm getting over here. So you need a 48 hours night's sleep, right? I get ya, Lilith. Oh my gosh, sweetie. So I'm going to say over here, love is smack into the middle. You need to know that there is somebody who seems to be jealous, that seems to be around you. You also need to know that Spirit is there. Spirit is watching out towards you. There's a lot of mystery surrounding this, well, surrounding this relationship altogether. But there are so many feelings, there are so many emotions, there's so much love, there's so much going on over here that you do need to know that in order to have this relationship, Elizabeth does have a certain burden that she must release. The burden that she must release over here is gaining her own independence. Within that beautiful independence, she is going to be able to, yes, create a little bit of disruption, but ultimately she's going to be able to start with you. She's going to be able to start a new beautiful relationship. It is my great pleasure, my beautiful kids world. How are you doing tonight, sweetie? Let's go and do a soulmate card. How are you doing, a kid's world tonight? You're worried about him, right? Oh, don't worry about him. Don't worry about him, sweetie. Thank you, my beautiful Kevin. Every experience, regardless of whether you perceive it as good or bad, comes with a gift that is attached. Yet, sometimes a gift is only revealed with the passing of time trust is all as it should be. So you need to trust. You need to trust into the faith. You need to trust into the future. You need to trust into what is truly coming towards you, sweetie. And let's go see a little bit of Lenormand. Up next is going to be over here, Paula, followed out by Jasmine, and Jody and Kevin. Thank you, Jody, for posting your question. Oh, you're not? Ah, thank God. Honestly. Okay. So I'm getting over here the bear. You need that beautiful strength. This is about you getting more information. It's about you wondering, what is going on? What emotions do we feel? But it's about messages that are coming your way. These messages are allowing you to ground yourself, and these messages are telling you that the other man is going to be gone. And I love that. Thank you, Lilith. And let's go and do a couple little sweet messages over here. Jody, thank you for posting, sweetie. I'll be with you in just a few moments, lovely. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight, and I'll be with you in just a few moments. I silently wish you good night before I do go to sleep. The sound of your laugh makes my body just kind of tingle. I'm glad you're doing pretty good, my beautiful kids world. I know that sometimes I kind of cross the lines. I kind of like to take the risk and to just kind of see how you will react. I want to lie with you out into the sun and be one of those couples that everybody is kind of jealous about. And let's go see over here for a very truthful deck. I love the Lenormand too. I love it. I love the skeleton Lenormand. It is lovely. Oh, my Alice in Wonderland I do love also. Actually, I love all of the Lenormand. You make me want to do bad. You make me want to do naughty things. I want you to know that whatever it is that you are thinking about into this relationship, it is a big yes, yes, and yes. I have never really imagined so much perfection. But I do also want you to know that I am a little bit of a jealous person. And what do you want from me is what we want to know. What do you really want, and what do you really think about me? I want you to know that I do love you. Thank you, my beautiful Patricia. Nice to see you, sweetie. And you are in so early today, beautiful. Honestly. All right, I'm going to go and see over here our dear friend Paula at this moment. Let's do this. Let's do that. And Kids World, just hold on one moment before posting your questions, okay, sweetie? Thank you so very much for your donation, my lovely soul. So here we go for Paula, followed out by our dear friend Jasmine. A reading of ex-Leo, details you don't know about. Kind of difficult over here, details you don't know about, because you do ask a lot of questions. You are kind of snoopy, sweetie. Let's go see what we've got. I know you're still here. Let's go for it. So, Paula, Jasmine, our beautiful Jody over here with that beautiful little, I think it is a little puppy. I can't quite see it all that well. Thank you, my Kevin. Kevin, you're stressed out tonight, aren't you, again, sweetie? I kind of feel like you are, or I don't know. I love it too, Hanson. Okay, so thank you, Kevin. Or what she has to say, right? Ultimately, she wants happiness. She wants true love. She wants happy endings. She's thinking about the memories right now. She's thinking about the past. She's also thinking about judgment, what you're going to be thinking. So at this moment, she's afraid of judgment. So what is she doing? She's being by herself. She's being independent. She's trying to see what it could be like to be free. Are we happier like this, or are we happier with you? That's a little bit of a test that she's doing right now. But altogether, I feel as though she is very protective of you. And I still feel as though she's going to be coming back towards you, sweetie. A lot went on today. I can see that, Kevin. So, some arguing with family members. Oh, Kevin, I'm so sorry, sweetie. That is not good. I'm so sorry about that. That's bad. So this is what I'm going to have to say altogether. So what you really don't know altogether over here, Paula, is that she's actually a little bit testing. She's testing what life would be single without you. Not to say that she's dating anybody else. She just wants to know how she's feeling without you. And this is what she's doing. She's testing you. Isn't it? I know. Let's go see over here. Jasmine, beautiful. Let's go for it. Okay, I am feeling insecure. I need to make my own choices over here. And I'm also getting that we need to listen. We need to, just kind of take it slowly over here. And the rose deck is this one over here. I am embarrassed by my actions, and I feel not quite well with myself into all of this. I also want you to know that I do feel overwhelmed, and I feel as though I am drowning into my own thoughts. How is self-healing from yoga going to continue to go into the following weeks until now, until September? Altogether, you're going to continue on to the progress that you're on, sweetie. But it's really, really important whenever you do go to yoga to continue to actually think about yourself and not necessarily about the beautiful people that are around you. So if you do continue to talk and to think about yourself and to work onto your beautiful progress, you're simply going to continue to learn. You're going to continue to feel fulfilled and happy and really just move on forward, but feeling more at peace with life. As for your question number 3, I'm going to have to say over here, ultimately, it is really as friends. He feels as though you are beautiful, you're pretty, but friends. You are enjoyable to be around, and but again, it's friends. You're enjoyable. We like the conversation. We like to spend time with you, and we think you're pretty. Number 4. That is a definite yes. Let me go back over here. She's weird. She is. I know, sweetie. My beautiful Jody. Let's go for it, sweetie. So Jody followed out by Kevin. Jody, let me go back and get your question over here. Beautiful. You had a falling out with your Taurus love. I'm sorry, sweetie. You had a distance from each other for 15 years. Is he coming back for you, or is it time to let go? Oh, my beautiful. I'm sorry, sweetie. Let's go and see what we've got, okay? So we are with our beautiful Jody over here. All right, beautiful. Let's go and find this out. I hope I have something good for you. My 8 of Cups over here telling me that this is the way that you're feeling, wondering what you should do, where you should go, which type of follow through should you do with all of this, right? I'm going to say over here that we do still think of you. We do still care for you. But do we necessarily want to be into a relationship? I'm going to have to say no onto this one, sweetie. I don't feel as though we're looking towards the future. I know that we are thinking about you, and we do. And we think about the memories, and we do think that you are, such a beautiful person. But I just don't really feel as though we're ready to be back into a relationship. It's not something that we're looking towards. So I'm going to have to say, my beautiful, I'm not seeing that with our 3 of Cups reversed, 2 of Wands. I feel as though we're looking, but it's not that we have anybody else into our realm, into our mind. I just don't feel like this connection is something that we are ready to get back into at this moment. So I'm going to say it is most likely time to let go, my sweetie. I'm sorry, my beautiful Jody. And honestly, it's not that we don't care about you. We just don't really feel like we're ready for this commitment, for this relationship, sweetie. Hello, my beautiful game on. Nice to see you. Kevin, it is your turn. Should you go off medication? You're questioning a lot of the stuff that you're going on. Just want to see what you think. I'm going to say no, Kevin. Even before taking out the cards, I'm going to say no. I feel as though, and I am anti-medication altogether. I don't like it. My son does take medication daily for ADHD. And I have him at the very smallest dosage as possible, and it's okay. It's working well for us at that. I'm not a fan of medication altogether, but I do believe into it. Sometimes I feel like it is really truly necessary, and it can really just help you out. I know that you do have a lot of anxiousness. I know that you do have a lot of worries. And I know that whenever you're not onto the right one, or whenever you're not really getting the right dosage, things kind of seem a little bit more confusing for you. Things seem a little bit more onto the up and onto the down. So, you know, if you want to try, okay, you can do so, but you do need to know that if you do get off of anything, it does take quite some time. I mean, there are withdrawals, there's all different kind of things, and it can last several months. Ultimately, I feel like it does help you, but I really want you to follow what you think is best within this, okay? I'm no doctor myself. I did study psychology, but I don't, honestly, I kind of feel like for you, and for a lot of people, honestly, it can do some really, really good things. I feel as though it stabilizes you a little bit more and allows you to move on forward with different things that you would like to do. Without it, I just kind of feel like you're a little bit too anxious, sweetie. You get a lot of different thoughts, a lot of different things going on. So I'm going to say if it's because it's a medication that you're on that you don't really like, well, ask if you can change it perhaps. If you do want to try without, I mean, go for it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but it is going to take a couple months before you do transition. I'm just a little bit afraid about the transition and the beginning of school. I don't really want you meddling both together. I kind of feel like it's a lot all together at the same time, but you're the one who knows best onto that one, sweetie. Yeah, you're thinking about it, right? I know, sweetie. So, you know what? Altogether, I'm all for testing. I go for it. You say, Jasmine, you have ADHD, but you're not on meds, and you're scared of ADHD meds. Jasmine, I have a 9-year-old son who's on, he was diagnosed with ADHD last year with hyperactivity, and we do have him on the very smallest dosage as possible. And it does truly help him. Whenever we forget to give him his pill into the morning or something of the such, it's okay, but he doesn't listen. He's not as concentrated. He's not there. His thoughts are like a little bit all over the place, right? He doesn't really know where to put his thoughts. So, and he gets really, really clumsy. So I'm ultimately going to have to say, into his case, it is good and it does help him. So I do believe into the meds altogether, but I don't believe necessarily in taking the medication that they would like you to. With my son, they were trying, they're like, the first week, start with the first dosage, and then let's up it to the second, and then at the third, and then with the fourth. And I'm like, no way, hell, I'm not doing that. I'm going to stick at the first. The first is doing good. Let's stick with it. Why should I boost up to the second or the third, right? I don't want a son who doesn't do anything. I just want somebody who concentrates himself. So, yeah, you do have to be careful what the doctors do try to give you and how they do. You don't want them to make you a vegetable. They don't want you also, to just kind of vibe out and just go, no. If you think it's not well for you, maybe, Kevin, what you can do is to ask to lower your dosage. Start with that before quitting everything. Ask for a lower dosage and see what that gives you. If you're okay with it, lower it again into a few weeks and go like that, diminishing it slowly and see where it goes, because just cutting it off, I feel like it's going to be a little bit too drastic. and foggy, right? And the last couple of days it hasn't been working as well, and you're getting anxious again. Okay, so you definitely need to change it, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. So you need to change that, okay? Change it on up, ask to change it, and lower your dosage, please. So ask to lower the dosage, no doubt about it, and ask to change it and see if that's good for you. If it's good for you, perfect. Stick with it, sweetie. There's no point on going to very high medication if you do not need it. Often they just kind of try to numb you to say, okay, is the problem fixed? And you're like, okay, it is, because everything is numb, right? But it doesn't mean that everything is perfect. So try to lower it and change the meds altogether. Tell them how you're feeling and tell them that you would like to lower them also, because you want to see how you're going to be dealing with it. You don't want to be, you don't want to be drugged up. You just want to be able to function well, right? Jasmine, absolutely. I get you, sweetie. For 9-year-olds, yoga is not all that good, but for you, perfect. Absolutely. If you're able to find something that you're able to focus on, it's perfect. I know, right, Kevin? And the whole point is not about freezing you. It's not about making you feel no emotions. It's not about you not feeling anxious and not feeling sad and nothing of the such. It is about trying to control it, and you're able to control it into yourself. This is just about bringing a certain balance into it. Ask them to lower it, please, Kevin. Ask them to lower it and ask them to change it. And see where it goes. Ask them to change it and ask them to give you into the change the very lowest dosage possible, and tell them that if you feel that it's necessary, you'll increase it every week. It's tricky, right? No, it's tricky as hell, honestly. I had a sister who was on depression medicine after giving birth to one of her children. And she was stuck onto that for like a whole year. It was horribly hell to get off of those pills, and it took her, I think, like a whole year just in withdrawal symptoms to get off of the pills that they had given her. It is horrible. It is not easy. Yeah. And you would like to have a general. Let's go into your general. So please do it one step at a time, okay? You get mood swings. I know, sweetie. And that's what happens with those meds. It's what happens with those pills. I don't like pills. I don't. I know that they're necessary sometimes, but I don't like them. But I get you, sweetie. So put that dosage down. Switch those pills. Those pills are not doing you any good whatsoever. I know. It's like your body kind of gets used to it, Kevin, and you need a different dosage. You need something a little bit different is what happens. Sometimes, though, it's not always that, though, Kevin. Sometimes you feel like it might not really be working because maybe you're over emotional or you're over anxious and you feel like it's not really working. So it could kind of go two ways. It could be a double sword over here. But ultimately, you don't need to be drugged all that much, my beautiful Kevin. You don't. You just need a little bit of stability. You just need a little bit of help. You don't need the whole pharmacy, sweetie. You're going to be good. Believe me, okay? Believe in yourself. Believe into your strength. Believe in what you can do. And you're going to be just fine. A general reading. Absolutely, sweetie. What I can see over here for you, King of Wands, you're feeling like you're a little bit onto the low side here, okay? You're feeling as though things are not really going the way that you're, and it's kind of funny because we're talking about it, but you don't really feel like things are going the way that you would like to. You're lacking some strength. You're lacking some courage. You don't really know what's going on in so many things between work, between your pills, between yourself, between that family. Over here, I'm seeing that you're walking away from somebody. Who are you walking away from? What are you walking away from? You said earlier, I think, you had something that went wrong. You had a fight with your family or something. Maybe this is what you're walking away from. I'm seeing over here that it doesn't really matter what's going on over here. Everything is going to be okay. You have so many different options. You have so many different possibilities, and everything is just going to mend itself all together. It's your family, right? And that's what you're doing. You're walking away is what you're doing. And it's okay. You know what? Sometimes you got to walk away from them. I love family, but sometimes it's necessary. So I'm going to say if it is necessary, then do so. If they're not being nice with you, if they're not being good for you, then they're toxic. They're just not good until they're ready to listen to you or to communicate or try to compromise or to try to be nice and caring towards you. Then there's nothing much that you can do, right? And you freaked out. Yeah. So this is why I'm seeing that you kind of walked away. Ultimately, over here, my Knight of Pentacles, you're just really not feeling all that good over here, sweetie. What I ultimately want to tell you is that things are going to get better, that things will be better for you. I just really need you to give yourself a little bit more time. Let me pull out another deck over here and see what I've got. So, over here, you know what you do? I don't know about your mom. Did you have any problems with your mom? Because there's somebody over here who's a lady. Even if you did have some problems with her, there's a lady over here who is older, who's very nurturing, who just loves you so very much. A lot of choices, a lot of multitasking, a lot of decisions, and I'm going to say a lot of letting go. I feel like right now is a time for you to get new perspectives. It is a time over here where, yes, you do have some uncertainty, but it's a time of renewal. It's a time to say goodbye to whatever is toxic and to say hello to whatever is good. Welcome in the good, welcome in the blessings. Look at what is coming towards you. My gosh, you've gone so far. You've done so much into the last months. Now you're going to be starting off school. You're starting off a plan, a project of a lifetime, something that you're passionate about. My gosh, good for you. Congratulations. Focus onto the good things because they are coming your way and you have so many different beautiful possibilities. And I know that you're guarded. I want you to be a little bit careful about being guarded. If you're too guarded, you're going to block people out of your life. Okay? Spirit seems to be saying that it's important for you over here to be courageous, to jump into something. So if there's something that seems to pop on over for you, that seems to be good, that seems to be positive, that seems exciting, but you could be a little bit afraid, jump into it. Okay? It's going to be good. Your mom and you are very close, right? Okay, so it's your mom. Your mom is thinking about you. Your mom wants to nurture you. Your mom wants to give you the biggest hug into the whole world here, sweetie. Hold on. Hello, Water Fairy. Nice to see you, my beautiful. Let me just go see over here. That is good. That is good. Okay, my beautiful game on, by the way. You're going to be up next, okay? What would your experience be like at the school in upstate New York? Would you like it because you're considering it? Okay. Let's go see. So what would your experience be like? A Kid's World. If you could please post your question, my sweetie. Beautiful Kid's World. Post your questions for me. You're going to be up next. So I need a Kid's World to post her beautiful questions first. It's really down to those last two options, right? Okay, so I'm going to say over here, what would your experience be like at the school in upstate New York? In New York, you're like 6 hours away from my place, sweetie. You're almost choosing, right? Financially trying to figure them out. Game on. You are right after my beautiful one, a Kid's World. Unless I don't have a Kid's World questions by the time I'm done with Kevin, then I'll be with you first. So here we go. I am seeing over here altogether, my beautiful Kevin, what it would be like because you are considering. I'm going to say you're going to love it. Honestly, I'm seeing action. I'm seeing adventure. I'm seeing lust. I'm seeing that you're going to be meeting new people, emotionally wise, love wise. It is going to give you a bunch of creativity. It is going to help you move on forward. It's going to help you stop being hesitant. Honestly, it's just going to bring you to a certain restoration, a certain retreat. It's going to be like turning up the page and starting something new. I'm going to say your experience at the upstate New York would absolutely be fantastic. It is a yes 100 million times. Yes, yes, and yes. A Kid's World email. Well, let me go see, sweetie. So I'm going to say a yes about 1 million times over here for you, sweetie. You don't know where to choose, right? You have New York. What's your other choice, Kevin? Write to me what your other choice is. I'll pull out both cards. Let's do this over here. Just write to me what your other choice is. We're going to look at that together. You have... Here. I'm so sorry. You're so funny at Kids World, honestly. You have trust issues, right? It's all good. We all have trust issues at some point, honestly. All right. I think we all do, really. Let's go and see. It's Manhattan, the other one, and the other one is New York. All right. Well, let's go and look it up. Let's go look it up, sweetie. You got to give me things clear, Kevin, if you want me to look at both of them. So let's go look at Manhattan. And let's go see New York City. I think both of them are exciting. They're not very far off, I have to say. Let's go and see. So this is going to be over here for Manhattan, and the other one is going to be New York City. Well, what do we have for you? I've been wanting to go back to New York, yes, for the last few years, but my kids are way too young. They would think it would be exciting for like 2 minutes and they'd be bored to death. Yeah, but I have been thinking about going back. And when I think about going back with just David, he's like, I've been there a million times. So why go back? And I'm like, because it's New York. Why not? Right? Yes. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. So I'm liking both places. Let's go see. All right. So I am going to have to say over here. Okay, I said this one over here was for Manhattan, right? Oh, yes, Jasmine's an email. I got her, I do. But a Kids World was first, so I'm going to be with a Kids World, and then I'll be with Jasmine. So, here we go, and let's go and see. I am getting over here this, and I'm getting that. So, if we're going to have to pick between both of them over here, Manhattan and New York. Oh, my choice is simple. New York. There's no doubt about it. It's New York. I'm sorry. Well, I don't know if I need to be sorry or not. Manhattan is all about transitions. It's all about changes. I just, for some reason, kind of feel like you're not going to be feeling as comfortable over there. I feel as though over here, you're a magician. You're not feeling as much in power. I feel maybe you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed by the whole thing. I'm not quite sure what it is, but you're just not really going to be, I'm not going to say you're not going to be good, you're not going to be happy, but you're going to be less happy over here than you would be in New York. New York, I'm just seeing as though it is somewhat like predetermined onto your whole plan of life, that this is where you're meant to be, this is where you're meant to go, and you're getting over here beautiful new beginnings. And my dear gosh, it's just like turning the page to something that is beautiful, kind of a little bit like into a fairy book. You're going to that happily ever after. I'm loving New York, sweetie. So I'm going to have to say New York before Manhattan. That is Spirit's choice. But then you've got to choose what's good for you. I know, right? It's all good. It's all good, Jasmine. So, Kevin, I'm sending you so much love, sweetie, and I'm wishing upon you so much beautiful patience, sweetie. Patience and less anxiousness. As we were speaking about, try to see what you can do with those meds, okay? Try to knock them down a little bit and try to switch them up, please, and let me know how that goes for you, okay? My beautiful Kids World, I don't know if you're here, my beautiful one. We're going to put a timestamp for you at 58. Oh, no, you are here. You told us you were here. Okay, forget about the timestamp. I'm going back to the email. So, yes, the friend. Let's go see. Is this person good for you? You know what? I don't know what you want as an answer. No, I say you. I'm kidding. Sweetie, you know what? I have nothing but good news for you. Yeah, you do have some trust issues, but you know what? I feel like it's good because honestly, if you believe everybody, you're going to be played. And if you don't trust anybody, you're going to be alone. So I'm going to say it's okay to have some trust issues. It's okay to validate. It's okay to watch out once in a while. But you know what? You've known this person since middle school. So, and you know, she is such a good person to be around. And, you know, should you trust her or not? Well, I'm going to have to say yes. There's absolutely no doubt about it into everything over here. You can trust her with your whole life, sweetie. No problem whatsoever. So I feel as though we can push away those trust issues towards your friend, okay? Everything over there seems to be good for me. And Leo keeps asking you to move forward with everything. And you haven't seen him in 3 days, right? I know. But this is simply because he wants things to move. He does not like things to be stagnant. He does not, beautiful. No, 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 no. He wants things to move. He wants to know that you are serious, that you are there, that you are with him, and that you're moving on forward with him. And this is why he likes things to move. He doesn't like things to be stagnant whatsoever. So this is why he keeps asking to move over and over and over. What is he doing and how should you go about everything, right? So what is he doing and how should you go about everything? Ultimately, over here, I'm going to have to say, my sweetie, I feel as though he's going into the exact same direction as you. He's really waiting for you to make some kind of move over here. I don't see any problems whatsoever. I know that you're anxious about it. I know that you're wondering about it. And I know that you've got those big trust issues. But ultimately, I don't feel like he's playing any games with you whatsoever. So I'm going to say he keeps asking you to move on forward, but you haven't seen him in 3 days. First of all, I would say, you know what is he doing and how should you go about everything? I feel like you should follow on through with things. I don't feel like there's anything bad. I don't feel like he's doing anything whatsoever. He's thinking about you. He's wanting to be with you. He is simply busy with whatever it is that he does into his own daytime. But obviously over here, my beautiful kid's world, he's not doing anything bad. He truly wants to move on forward with you. He wants to have that progress with you. And this is why he wants you to do these things. Now, that being said, why have you not seen him into the last 3 days? What is this blockage? I would say ultimately, I would love to move on forward. I would love to do some things, but you know what? I would kind of like to see each other before. I would definitely say, why have we not seen each other within the following 3 days, right? What is actually going on your side? So you say distance yourself or go along with him and do what he's saying. I do feel as though we do need to be careful with distancing ourselves, and I do feel like we need to be careful about going along. I'm all for going along. So far, I'm going to say go along because he's not showing me anything that he is being cheatful or that he's doing anything that he should not be doing. But at the same time, I'm going to have to say, I kind of feel like we need to stop and we need to communicate. So I'm also going to have to say, I'm going to actually give you an answer that's somewhere into the in-between. I'm going to say, don't distance yourself and don't go along. Go somewhere into the middle. Ask to see each other. Ask to be together. I tell them, you know what? 3 days is way too long. I miss you. I'm wondering what you're up to. You know, why have we not been seeing each other for 3 days and so on, so on. Let him know that you don't like this distance. Let him know that this is not acceptable, that this is not good for you. And then, depending upon the answers that he is going to be giving you, then you can decide if you distance or if you move on. For the moment, I don't feel like you should distance yourself. I feel like you should move along. But before moving along, I want you to communicate with him. I want you to let him know that 3 days is way too long. It is not acceptable for you. And you're not happy about this. You would like to meet him. So before you move along, you need to meet him. I know. I mean, seriously, a kid's world. I mean, you're not just going to fall into everything and give him every single thing that he wants. At the same time, you don't want to feel like you're being manipulated. And I do not see like you're feeling manipulated anywhere. Not so ever. No, 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 and no. I know that he loves you. I know that he cares for you. And I know he would not do that to you. But at the same time, let's put up a little bit of a barrier, right? Let's not put up the huge one. Let's put a little bit of a barrier. And that barrier is going to be, let's see each other. Let's talk. I just kind of feel like 3 days is way too much. I'm not comfortable with it. I'm not well with it. Can we meet up for lunch, for dinner, for breakfast? It doesn't matter. Let's go on to a date for something. You guys need to meet. You guys need to communicate. You need to figure out what is good for each other into this relationship, what's good and what's not. and then move along with your plans. But is he being untrustworthy? No. But is he doing anything that he's not supposed to? Absolutely not. So, but I'm still going to have to say, I feel like you should still kind of meet just to kind of put, you know, the dots onto the I's. I feel like we do have some clarifications that are necessary over here. But ultimately, you're still loved, you're still cared for. He still doesn't want to be with you, and he still wants to collaborate with you, which is why he wants you to move on forward. And he kind of wants things to move kind of quickly. He wants things to progress on by, as if he wants to turn the page really, really quickly. But you're not going to be able to do that all that quickly. You need more reassurance. You need more, you know, you need more of that security. You need more of that love close to you. Thank you, Kevin. Let me give you a couple messages from him, my beautiful. Jasmine is up next, followed by Game On and Water Fairy. All right, here we go. I like your dad, always sad, right? Dads, they don't lie, sweetie. They don't, a kid's world. All right, so let's go for it. I'm getting over here. You give me that special spark. I am always reminded of you. Please do give me that chance. I'm a better person because of you, and you have truly, really changed me. Yes, you need more, right? I miss being intimate with you. And let's go with one last one, because just why not, right? Let's go with this one. Just because you're so adorable, we love you, and you deserve these love messages. Let's go for it. I love you to the moon and back. You are my strength, and you are my biggest inspiration. Please forgive me, because I never really mean to hurt you. You have painted my life with the colors of heaven. How cute. At Kids World, sending you so much love, sweetie. Please do try to communicate, beautiful. It is the very first step into all of this, sweetie. Let's go and see our dear friend, Jasmine. Hold on. Game On, and Kimberly, beautiful Kimberly, actually have your question over here, my beautiful Kimberly, so I will be with you in just a few moments, okay? Jasmine, here we go. Does the universe have any messages for you? Let's go and find out. Setbacks are going to be bringing you forward. Brace yourself, because big changes are coming your way, and your intuition is correct about this situation. Any messages from the universe based on what you are manifesting? Dedication is important over here. It is important for you to be detailed. It is important for you to be dedicated, to be patient. This is about sticking to it. It's about knowing that achievement is going to come your way if you are committed and you are patient and take your time. Let's go and see about your question number 3 about Italy. I'm going to have to say no over here, beautiful. I don't know if it's because of your energy that's going to be elsewhere or not, or if it's just really not going to be that right time. But I'm going to say, as for Italy and that man, I don't feel as though you're meeting an Italiano when you are going to be in Italy, my sweetie. I'm sorry, my beautiful. I know you love Italian men, sweetie. Let's go and see our dear friend Game On, and then I'm going to go and see Kimberly. Game On, my little on, sweetie. You No! What happened? You blocked George on Snapchat? He kept adding and deleting? Oh my gosh. Seriously. Ooh, that George. Ooh, that George. He's got me upset now. Are you here, my beautiful Game On? Let us know. He's got me utterly upset, Game On. Honestly. He is always on, off, right? So you finally blocked him. Oh, gosh. Okay, so, yes, we're with Game On, moving over to Karma Kaz after, and then I'll be over with Water Fairy and Kevin. Okay, has he found out? He has not yet found out, sweetie. It's a definite no, honestly. I'm so sorry. This is such a chaotic situation with Game On. Honestly, we love to hate George is what it is, right? Oh my gosh. All right. That sexy George. He's just creating problems into your world here. Let's go see how he's feeling about you, sweetie. Yeah, absolutely. He doesn't have to contact you by Snapchat. Absolutely not. At this moment, anyways, he has not yet realized. And it's time for night school. It is definitely. Put him as a janitor of the school. I feel so, yes. Hello, Tiffany, sweetie. Well, he tried contacting you onto your cell. Well, let's go see if he's going to try to contact you onto your cell. He is going to think about it, sweetie. When is he going to be doing this? Ooh. Okay, he's not doing it right away, though. So I'm going to say he is going to try to contact you onto your cell, but until the following 4 weeks. He's sluggish. You know how he is, my beautiful Game On. So he is going to try to contact you, but in about 4 weeks. Honestly, how freaking long is that? Game On, this is not acceptable for you, sweetie. This is way too long. You have time to get really, really old before he actually makes that move and tells you he wants to be with you and he desires you. My dear gosh. All right. Let's go and see his current feelings. Let's switch up decks. I'm upset at him now. Let's go see. So his current feelings for Game On. I know, seriously. Okay, his current feelings right now. For the moment, you know what? I feel like we want to find balance. We want to find fairness. We're looking over here for some strength. We're really, and this is not going to scare you. It's not going to make you afraid or surprised, anxious over here. It isn't, right? Honestly. Yeah. I'm sorry. So this is really about him being very, very anxious. About him being very, very stressed. Hold on. Okay. It happens to me every once in a while. And I'm drinking water with lemon. Sometimes it kind of irritates me. All right. Okay. So I'm ultimately going to have to say over here, sweetie. He even has feelings, right? He even has feelings anymore. Seriously. I'm definitely going to have to say over here altogether, my beautiful, that you know what? His feelings are unchanged for you. We still want to be with you, but we're still being into that hermit mode where we're not really showing you that we care about you or that we want to be with you. Sometimes we kind of feel as though, you know what, we're seeking some justice. Like if something is a little bit unfair, but you have done nothing unfair towards him. He's the one who's doing some unfair things towards you. He's looking for that control. He's looking for that courage, but he is absolutely unable to find it. So he's absolutely waiting for you to do something and leaving you into that great mystery and just kind of leaving you high and dry, my sweetie. I know, stressed and anxious, honestly. Yeah, you have a stressed and anxious turtle is what you've got, sweetie. Let me go and take this deck out over here and pull out a couple cards just by great curiosity. Karmic House, are you around? Because you're going to be the following reading, sweetie. And then a Water Fairy, Kevin and Tiffany. Okay, so I am getting over here the 9 of Cups, followed on over here by abundance. So you see, he does have a lot of wishes come true. He does have a lot of content. He does want to be with you. He does see a lot of love, but he is unable to give you that abundance. He is unable to see for the future. He's unable to see the actual destiny and the faith that is going to come between you guys. So, my beautiful, I'm so sorry, my game on. I'm going to say his current feelings. He loves you. He cares for you. But he is staying into his position. He still wants you to reach out. He wants you to do the things. He wants you to make the moves. He wants you ultimately to do absolutely everything. And he just kind of wants to follow into your steps like that. He can't really make any mistakes. Thank you, my beautiful game on. Karmic has, let me go and get your question. All right, let's go and see that. How are we feeling? So for Karmic has, what is Jessie feeling about the weekend that you stay together? I don't know if you're around here or not. Oh, and there you go. I've got you, sweetie. It is all good. Let's go and answer your question. So how are we feeling about the weekend that you guys stay together? Ultimately, I don't know what happened. I'm getting passion. I'm getting sex. I'm getting happiness. I'm getting wanting to be closer to you. I am getting over here wanting to look towards the future. I don't know what kind of heck of a weekend you just had over there, sweetie. The feelings, but they are good. They are strong. We are no longer feeling aside, left to the side. We're looking towards the future. We're feeling so passionate and so lovey-dovey towards you over here, sweetie. So I'm ultimately going to have to say, we want to see you again. We had the greatest weekend ever, and we want to do it as quickly as possible again. I am loving this. It is fantastic. Good for you, sweetie. No, not really. Well, I don't know. It is up to you, my beautiful game on, but it seems as though you're the one who's going to have to do all the work over here, sweetie. Karmic has, let me know if there's anything else, my beautiful. Water Fairy, what did Jay think about last night? It was awesome, wasn't it? Good for you, Karmic has. Yes, yes, and yes. I am loving. Yes. Congratulations, sweetie. That is absolutely perfect. You just want to be sure that it is mutual. It is definitely. Congratulations to you. You go on off and live that beautiful love and passionate sexual relationship. It's my pleasure. Have fun, sweetie. Water Fairy, what did Jay think about last night? The Hanged Man, we wanted things to move. We wanted things to change. I still feel like we're a little bit on guard. Still a little bit unsure about how to move on forward. But into our mind, even though we're a little bit unsure, we know that we do want to start something, that we are thinking about you. So I'm going to say, as for last night, we kind of feel like it was meant to be, that it was onto our track. And I'm going to say that we're manifesting more of whatever happened last night. So we want more of it, sweetie. So I'm going to say good for you too, Water Fairy. Whatever happened last night seems to be good. My beautiful Kevin, are you going to be able to pick a nice roommate that's similar to you at upstate New York? You might go through with their nice, you say in New York, I might go through with it there. Nice there are in admissions. Okay, let's go and see. So are you going to find a nice roommate? That is so exciting, Kevin. Honestly, so exciting. I'm loving. I was always so excited to go back to school. Honestly, I love the beginnings of school when you go out and you receive all your books, and you go out to that library and you buy all your books and your crayons and everything you need, and you're so excited about them. And then you're like, sometimes it's so scary because some books are so friggin' big and other ones are so little tiny. And really, one means nothing towards the other. Honestly, the tiny little book might be the most complicated course you're ever going to take. But it is fascinating. It is so exciting. I actually love it. You go to that first class and they present that syllabus and everything you've got to do. Honestly, I have problems, Kevin. I do. Whenever I receive some information, whenever I receive some homework that I must do during the following 3 to 4 months, mid-semester, papers to turn in, I do them right away. I'm a freak. Honestly, I am. I cannot stand having to know that I have a zillion things to do, so I do them all right away. And as much as I like teamwork, I don't like it. I don't trust in other people. I like to do my own stuff. So, yeah, that's it. That being said, Kevin, it's exciting is what I have to say. I loved going to school. You're going to be just fine. It's going to be a little bit chaotic at first, Kevin, but you're going to see. It is so fascinating. It is. It's going to be like that too. Right? It is so fascinating. I love psychology, and I love it in every single phase, in every kind of single way. I just love it. It is so great. It is so amazing. And some classes, I'm not very Freudian, I think you can say in English, yeah. But those were the most intriguing classes I've ever taken. I would still not like to go into that thought of school, but I absolutely loved it. And I have taken some classes. Also, up until 2 years ago, I was still taking some psychology classes online because I love it, and I just feel as though it is just absolutely fantastic. I was taking some, I believe it was from Oxford, but online, and you can have all different kind of classes. Oh my gosh, it is amazing. The mind is an amazing, amazing maze. It is full of intrigue. It is full of emotions. It is full of the unknown. And every single individual is different. It's amazing. I love it. Anyways, you're going to have so much fun, sweetie. That being said, thank you, Water Fairy. Oh, well, let me check that out, Water Fairy, perhaps. So let me go see. Kevin, all of my bibble babble, honestly, I'm going to stop. Are you going to be able to pick a nice roommate that's similar to you in upstate New York? Yes. Yes, and yes. You should do that, Lilith, honestly. I believe it's with Oxford that I did the class, and they were, oh my gosh, they were so stimulating. They were so perfect. And when I thought that my son had ADHD, I took some classes, but with my university that is here into my hometown, because I did attend that one. And yeah, it is great. You should do it, Lilith. Honestly, you should. If I had some time, I would. I do not have any time anymore. Whenever I do have some more time, I'm definitely going to be taking some more classes on criminology, onto the thought and the mind, whatever, what we think about, what happens into our mind, and why sometimes anyways, I'm going to stop talking about it because I could talk about psychology for hours, guys. I am passionate about it. So here we go. And yes, it has a power to attract, definitely. You majored in psych too, but only got as far as your bachelor. I know, Lilith, I know. I did the same because when I was at university, they had taken off the masters. There were no longer any masters. You had to go to the doctorates right away, and the doctorates was only given like 3 hours away from my home, and I didn't want to move, so I kind of gave up onto the whole thing, is what happened. Yes, but I'm at the exact same spot than you are, Lilith, but I did take some extra classes here and there online into the in-between. I know, I love criminology. Oh my gosh, the mind of a criminal. Oh, fascinating. Pathologies and everything. Wow. Okay, enough of my talkie. Kevin, I'm going to have to say, whenever you start studying, oh my gosh, Come and tell us what you're studying about. Tell us who you are studying. We are definitely going to get involved in this with you. Yes. I know. So, Kevin, are you going to be able to find somebody to answer your question altogether? It's a yes, sweetie. Yes, yes, and yes. Page of Cups over here. Definitely, you're going to be able to find somebody, and you're going to find this person within the following month. Not in the following month, into the very first month is what I do have to say over here. So do not worry about it, sweetie. You're going to find somebody who is somewhat like you. Not like you, but somewhat like you, and you're going to get along really, really well. I feel as though this person is not going to bother you all that much. It's going to be somewhat peaceful, but sometimes kind of talkative. I think it's going to be perfect for you. Now, Joseph, what's going on, my beautiful Tiffany? Status on you on Ekami. See long term. Well, let's go see if I see long term, my sweetie. Is he still upset with you? Honestly, is he still upset and kind of frustrated? So, Tiffany, what is going on? Do I see long term? Oh, here, let me post this up for you over here, Lilith. Do I see long term? It is my pleasure, Kevin. Honestly, I can't wait for you to go start your studies. Honestly, Lilith and Watson and I, we're so darn exciting. I might decide to choose this one, right? Whenever you're into that psychology, you let us know, sweetie. We're gonna chit chat with you. We have so much to say. So here we go. I'm going to have to say over here for Tiffany, status on you and Ekami. I mean, Kevin, you just went right into our main studies, honestly. We should. You know what? We should take one at the same time, Lilith. We should. You know what? We definitely should. I say I'm going to look into it, Lilith. And let's try and pick a class together. Let's pick one main class and let's do it together and see where that brings us, right? Yeah, let's go see. I'm gonna look into my emails. I'm gonna try and get back to where I was before. Let's get reinscribed and let's check this out. Yeah, no, I've got you, Tiffany. Don't worry. You spent yesterday together also. I've got it, Tiffany. I am on the ball. So, beautiful, where do you stand? Do I still see long term? Absolutely, no problem whatsoever. I still feel like he's a little bit in transition over here. I still feel like he's a little bit upset or frustrated or something going on. But over here, we're standing on strong. We are still wanting to be with you, and we're still thinking about you, and I know that you're still thinking about him. Do I still see long term? No doubt about it, sweetie. Yes, yes, and yes. But I still don't feel like everything is absolutely perfect between you guys. Tiffany, you spent yesterday together. Did he feel closer to you? And how does he feel about marriage now, right? I kind of feel like marriage you need to put onto the side for the moment, my beautiful Tiffany. And I love you, sweetie. I do. I'm going to say, as for spending the day together, does he feel closer to you? I'm going to have to say yes. He doesn't want to walk away. He doesn't want to run away anymore. He is thinking of you. He does want to be with you. I'm definitely going to have to say over here that he's thinking very strongly about all the different possibilities towards the future. How does he feel about marriage right now? My beautiful. He's still not ready for it, and we can't really push him into it, right? Whenever it happens, it happens. What's important over here, Tiffany, is that you know he loves you. He wants to be with you. So even if the marriage happens in 1 year, which is what we're seeing at this moment, it's okay 1 year. It's not that far, sweetie. It is better 1 year than create any problems and you don't get any marriage whatsoever. So I said let it be for the moment. He's still thinking about it, but he's still not going to ask you right away. And is he going to take the contract in Texas? Let's go see. So will he take a contract in Texas? Will he take that contract in Texas? Will he take it? I'm going to have to say over here for the moment, I'm going to have to say no. I feel like we're kind of anxious about the whole thing. The Emperor's in reverse. Also over here, Page is in reverse. I'm going to say no. And does he want to have kids with you? Let's go and see. away, Lilith, is what it is. Yes. All right, Lilith, let's look into this. I'm going to look into my stuff. And let's see what we can do. Let's see what kind of class we can find that we can follow at the same time, okay? They have, whenever you take those study classes from a distance, you do have a certain amount of time. Like, I think you have like 1 week to, you know, read out everything that you need to read and to answer the quiz. You have a quiz to answer at every end of, you know, of the week. Well, yes, but you know what, Watson? You forget everything about the past, which is a really good thing, because in the past, you were a cheater, and you did a lot of stuff. Honestly, you are so darn sweet now. It's a good thing that you don't remember anything about the past. It would just kind of fog up your beautiful night school. I'm going to have to say over here for you, my beautiful Tiffany, does he want to have kids with you? I do feel as though he is interested in having some kids with you, but he is a little bit unsure about when or how or anything of the such. So I feel like we need a little bit more time. I'm going to say one step at a time. Is he going to say no to it? Absolutely not. Is he going to say yes? He's actually going to say a maybe. Let's see where all of this goes, one step at a time. I don't feel like he really wants to jump into anything, but it's definitely not a no. I'm going to say it's a maybe. And Water Fairy, was Jay upset that you left into the middle of the night and you simply did not say goodbye? Ooh, let's go see. Yeah, I know, but what about all the other lives, Swanson? What about the other ones? I know, Lilith. We can do this, sweetie. We can do it. We've got this. Was Jay upset that you left into the midnight and didn't say goodbye? Well, hello, my beautiful Gabriel. How are you doing, sweetie? How are you feeling today, my beautiful? You know what? He was disappointed. He was disappointed. Upset? No. Disappointed? Yes. He would have liked to have said goodbye. He would kind of have liked you to wait into the morning or wake him up or give some kind of signal that you were going to leaving. So that you were going to leave. So I'm not going to say upset, way too far as strong as a word. I'm going to say disappointed. We would have liked some type of motion or movement or carrying motion to say that we were leaving. Even a little note, something of such. I am doing good, my beautiful Gabriel. Thank you so very much, sweetie. Nice of you to ask, beautiful. Lilith, I'm just really, really curious over here. What the heck? I think it was Oxford. Where was I taking these classes? It was like, it was not last year. I think it was the year before when I used to take these classes. Let's go and see. Was it Oxford? I think I even deleted the stuff that I had. Yeah. Let's go see. There you go. Let me go see. No. I'm going to have to find them again. Where was it? Oh, I believe I did pass by here. I'm going to go and check that out. I'm going to have to find it out. Oh, no, it was Yale University. Yale, it was, yes. I was taking, oh my gosh. Okay. So, Lilith, it was Yale University. And I was taking the class Moralities of Life, which have absolutely nothing to do with have nothing to do with criminology of something of the such, but it did kind of touch into it a little bit. And it was just talking about how everybody just does all different kind of things and how we see it and how we act differently towards it. And what is morally acceptable for one might not be morally acceptable for another one. And how to distinguish, how to do, what do you choose, what is good and what is not good, and so on. It was absolutely fascinating. So I took the moralities as what it was of life, was the last class that I took, but it was from Yale University. I'm going to look into the classes and I'll let you know what I find, sweetie. Yeah, right? Legally brunette. Yes. Let's go and answer over here, Gabriel, and then we're going to finish up over here the lives for tonight. So Gabriel is the very last one. I don't know why I had Oxford into my mind. It was Yale University is what it was. The moralities class is, oh, it is fascinating. I loved it. Oh, yes. All right, so and there's one that can talk to us about psychology, our beautiful Gabriel, who's going for her doctorates in psychology. So let's go and see a general message, what we've got for you. Quite frankly, we could be taking some classes from you, Gabriel, instead of taking them from Yale. Let's go and see. So, general message, what do we've got? We're going to start off over here. Yeah, Oxford is good too, but it was Yale. I took them at Yale. Yeah, I like the legally brunette. She is so darn adorable, our Lilith, honestly. It is. It really, really is, Lilith, honestly. Yes, indeed, right? I know. We're talking over here, Gabriel, about going back and taking, because Lilith and I both have our bachelor's degrees in psychology, but we never went further on for multiple different reasons. And I was saying that I was taking some classes with Yale University. 2 years ago was the last time I took some classes, and we're thinking about taking some more. And then you appeared. Look at that. It's like a sign from the universe. So I am going to say over here altogether, oh, that's what you're going to do. Absolutely, Lilith. No doubt about it. We'll use our witchy spells is what we're going to do. So my beautiful Gabriel, what is coming up for you into your general message? What you need to know over here, honestly, is that things aren't moving all that much. My beautiful Gabriel, sweetie, I want things to move for you. I feel as though you deserve it. I feel as though you need it. After all of these months, you need things to move. Work-wise, it is what it is. You're brilliant, and you're moving on forward, right? I know, honestly, Lilith, it is amazing. So you're moving on forward. You have all of this knowledge. You have all of this want. You have all of this desire. And I feel as though work-wise, it is good. It is what it is, but it is somewhat stagnant. Love-wise, we're getting transitions. We're not really getting any movements over here. Your king, Libra, is still into the reverse position, sweetie. Nothing really is happening over here, beautiful. I'm so sorry. He's still looking to balance out things, and he's still kind of feeling heartbroken, still a little bit insecure about everything. So I'm going to have to say, my beautiful, I'm going to pull out some more cards, but so far into your general message, I'm going to say the very best that I can find is stagnation. I know that your Libra wants to do something, but the problem is that your Libra is not doing anything. And that's my problem. And this is where you're stuck into stagnation. And this is where Spirit is saying something needs to change. Something needs to be rebalanced out so you can find happiness and you can find yourself again. Let's go see. Let's take out some more cards and see what we've got. Yeah, I know. It's just that my beautiful Gabriel, he always has a reason, right? And I ultimately feel into the depthness of my soul that if somebody truly does want to be with you, they will find the time, even when they have no time. But that is my own perspective. It's not yours. It's not anybody else. It is mine. You must find what is good for you, what you feel is acceptable, what you feel is good. I get it. We all have difficulties. We all have problems. We all have challenges. They block us. They create us some blockages. But you know what? I believe that in life, if you have friends that are close to you, or you have somebody that you want to be close to, they're simply going to help you get through those moments. They're going to make them more enjoyable. They're going to make them easier to get through than something more difficult. So I'm ultimately going to have to say over here that there is a dissatisfaction. I am getting over here by our King of Swords, which is all, really about that King of Thoughts, some manipulation, which I feel is coming from Libra. I feel as though Libra does love you, and I have no doubt about that. I have no doubt whatsoever that he does love you. But he loves you into his own way. He loves you. He wants to keep you close by. He does not want you to be with anybody else because he is jealous. So he keeps on giving you some type of hope. And at some point, he truly does believe into himself that he is going to be able to be with you. But ultimately, it's never just really resulting. So I'm going to say that things are kind of still a little bit into the fantasy, into our mind. Things are still a little bit stagnant. As for the rest, I'm going to say that you're pretty much in stability, sweetie. If I go and see what the angels have to say to you, or spirit, let's go and see. That's it, sweetie. I get you, beautiful. I definitely agree with that, Gabriel. It is perfect. Now, Spirit wants you to know that changes are coming and new blessings are replacing the old into your life. Something better is going to be onto your way. And when I say something better, I don't necessarily mean something in love. Something better into your life in general. You're also getting a message over here that your angels want you to know that everything is going to be okay, that you are getting that beautiful solid foundation, and that you are going to be able to build what you have been creating. So my beautiful Gabriel, unless you do have any other questions, I'm going to say you're exactly on path and you're doing exactly the right thing, but things seem to be a little bit stagnant. So I'm going to say, don't give up. Keep on being strong and keep on putting that beautiful work into your own personal mind, into your career, sweetie. You're going to go really, really far. Farzana, my beautiful, are you going to be relocating at the end of this year, and will you make a sell this month? Let's go see, my beautiful. How are you doing, Farzana, by the way? So Farzana is going to be the last reading of the night. Are you going to be relocating by the end of this year, and will you make a sell this month? We're going to start by going to see, are you going to be relocating by the end of this year? I'm getting my Fool over here, reverse position, Page of Wands, reverse, High Priestess. You're definitely thinking about it. I feel as though there might even be some type of an offer over here, but something is going to be a little bit too complicated, and you're not going to do it. So I'm going to have to say it's a no for the relocating of this year. Are you going to make at least one sell this month? Let's go and find out. Did I do you, Bright Eyes? I don't have you, sweetie. Let me go see. Oh, no. You're there. I did not. Bright Eyes, thank God you're here, sweetie. You're right after Farzana. You just kind of popped on in between Water Fairy and Gabriel, didn't you, sweetie? Okay. Bright Eyes, I'll be right with you, sweetie. I know, right? Oh my God, Farzana, when you're into sales, it is so darn stressy. It is. You never really know, are you going to make one? Are you not going to make one? Depending on what your salary is based on. If it is a base salary plus commission, or if it's just a salary based on commission. It is scary as hell, sweetie. I've got you. Thank you, Bright Eyes. My dear gosh, you're an angel coming on in tonight. I'm going to have to say over here, I'm seeing some collaboration. I'm seeing my beautiful Empress over here. I feel as though things are going to be complicated, but I do feel as though you are going to be making a sell this month. I'm going to say one. I don't necessarily see more, and I feel like that one is going to be somewhat of a struggle, but you are going to make at least one, sweetie. My beautiful Farzana, I am sending you so much love, sweetie. Hold on. Believe into yourself. Believe into your skills. Use those beautiful communicative skills that you have and go with the goal. You've got this. You can do it. You need to believe into yourself. You need to believe into your product. You need to know your clients. You need to sell them the exact thing that they are looking for. And you know what? You're going to be able to do it. My beautiful bright eyes. What is Rufus energy towards you and energy between Rufus and Delisa? Absolutely, sweetie. Let's go and see. Oh, High Priestess. Hello, sweetie. I will check that out. Beautiful. So, bright eyes, what is Rufus energy towards you? Rufus energy towards you is beautiful. I love it. I really do, because it is a magician. A magician tells me that every single thing is possible. Everything. So yes, yes, and yes. It is perfect. Thank you, Farzana, sweetie. Please go in peace and try and rest. I'm going to say over here, Rufus energy towards you. It is strong. It is beautiful. It is about wanting to create with you. It's about, at the same time, not wanting to leave you and wanting to take adventure, wanting to be with you, wanting to do new things, wanting to turn the page. Honestly, it is strong and beautiful. I'm absolutely loving. Now, what is the energy between Rufus and Delisa? Hopefully, I'm not going to love as much. Let's go see, because I don't like Delisa as much as I do you, sweetie. Let's go find out. So, what is the energy between Rufus and Delisa? What a beautiful, honestly, what beautiful 3 cards come out for you, bright eyes. So, Rufus and Delisa, what do we've got? 7 of Cups, followed on out by our 2 of Rods. Okay, so actually perfect is what I have to say over here too. Let me explain. 7 of Cups is telling me that we are looking at different possibilities. We are. We have not quite given up on Rufus and Delisa, but we're no longer looking towards the future, and we are both feeling as though we are unloved, unwanted, and we really shouldn't just be together all together. So I'm going to have to say, as for their energy, it is quite negative, sweetie. We're still holding on. We're still looking at something over here as if we just don't quite want to let go. But things are really, really bleak, and we're telling ourselves, what the heck are we doing here? We should not be here. This is just not right, and it's just not working out. Beautiful bright eyes. Let me know if there's anything else I can do for you, sweetie. You came in right on time, sweetie. High Priestess, will your manager renew your temporary contract? Will High Priestess manager renew the temporary contract or ending? This is a flying out card. It's yours, sweetie. Okay. Thank you, bright eyes. My beautiful. From what I can see at this moment, I feel as though I'm actually seeing 2 different things. I'm going to have to say, I kind of feel like your contract is going to be ending, my beautiful High Priestess. I'm sorry, sweetie. But at the same time, I kind of feel like they do have something that they are going to be offering you, or something is going to be offered to you. So I'm seeing some positive and I'm seeing some negative. As for the contract, I'm going to say I do feel like it is going to be terminated, but I do feel like you do have other options that are going to be available to you that are going to be quite good and positive. So are they going to be offered by your manager? Maybe it's just going to be a different contract with something different. It's not going to be the exact same thing. That could be a possibility. Or if it's somewhere else, but I know that something else is waiting for you over here, sweetie. But as for the actual contract that you have right now, I do feel as though that one is going to be ending, sweetie. My beautiful souls, I am sending every single one of you guys so much love, so much healing, and so much abundance. We will see each other tomorrow, same place, same time. Sending so much love. Thank you again. Thank you, Lilith. Thank you, Juanson. Thank you, every beautiful soul that is here with us. And thank you for your patience. See you guys tomorrow. Have a beautiful evening and a fantastic day tomorrow. Good night, my beautiful High Priestess.